Hello and welcome to Lovely English Stories. Thank you for stopping by. This story is ideal for B2 intermediate learners, but can also be useful for B1 learners looking for a stretch or a challenge, and for advanced learners who want to refresh their vocabulary and knowledge. So, are you ready? Well, let's get started. Running for Robin, an intermediate English story with vocabulary explanations. Abigail and Stephen had been inseparable for as long as anyone could remember. Their mothers had been best friends since their own school days, and the two children had grown up side by side, sharing prams, playrooms, classrooms, and every milestone in between. Their friendship had a quiet reliability to it, the sort that became part of the foundations of their lives. One winter afternoon, that foundation was shaken when Abigail found out that the Robin Centre, the special educational needs facility her younger brother Liam attended, was at risk of closing. The news settled heavily over her. The centre was the place where Liam felt most free, where staff understood his needs, celebrated his quirks, and encouraged his love of painting and music. It was more than a building, it was a lifeline. Government and council funding cuts had stripped away the financial security the centre relied upon. Parents were bracing themselves for the worst. Abigail found herself frightened not only for Liam's routines, but for his sense of belonging. When she explained the situation to Stephen, the worry in her eyes said everything. Stephen responded with an idea that startled them both. He believed they needed to do something bold, something that would draw attention to what the Robin Centre meant to so many families. In the days that followed, the idea began to take shape. A marathon, something they had never dreamed of attempting, began to feel like a symbolic act. The challenge would mirror the determination of the children who worked so hard within the walls of the centre. It would also serve as a public statement of how much the place mattered. They began training at the start of March. The early sessions were difficult. Abigail struggled to breathe evenly, and Stephen discovered that even a short jog could leave his legs protesting. Yet they carried on. They ran when the pavements were damp with drizzle, when the wind whipped across their faces, and when early mornings tempted them back towards sleep. Little by little, their bodies grew stronger, and their confidence followed. As the miles increased, the purpose behind each run became more powerful. They spoke often of Liam's joy when he showed off a new painting, or the patient encouragement he received from staff during difficult days. They reflected on the families who relied on the same support and on how devastating the closure would be for them. Word of their marathon attempt spread quickly after they set up a fundraising page. Donations began to arrive from neighbours, teachers, friends of friends, and families connected to the centre. Many sent messages describing their own experiences with the Robin Centre and expressing gratitude that someone was fighting for it. On the morning of the marathon, the sky was pale and cool. Abigail felt a knot of nerves mixed with determination. As they joined the starting crowd, she and Stephen shared a quiet moment of resolve. Every step would be for Liam and for the place that gave him so much. The race was exhausting, yet also uplifting. They paced themselves carefully, encouraging one another with gestures and steady presence. When they finally crossed the finish line, their exhaustion was matched only by an overwhelming sense of hope. Their efforts had drawn attention, inspired generosity, and reminded the community of what the Robin Centre meant. For the first time in weeks, Abigail allowed herself to believe that the centre might survive. The marathon had been more than a physical challenge. It had been a promise to Liam and to every family who depended on the place that no one would let it disappear without a fight. Now, let's go through some of the vocabulary from this story. If we don't explain a word that you're struggling to understand, then please comment below and we'll try and help. So, let's start with bracing. Bracing describes something that feels fresh, cold, or energizing. The bracing wind made her walk faster. Drizzle. Drizzle is a very light rain. They walked through the morning drizzle. It drizzles a lot in the UK. Fundraising. Fundraising is collecting money to support a cause. The school held a fundraising event. Gratitude. Gratitude is a feeling of being thankful. She showed her gratitude by sending a message. Milestone. A milestone is an important point in progress. Finishing their first 5K run was a big milestone. Closure. Closure means the ending or shutting down of something. The centre was facing closure. Inseparable means always together because of a close bond. The two friends were inseparable. And you probably guessed what separable means. That's the opposite, easy to separate. Not. We don't pronounce the K, it's a silent K. Not. This is a tight feeling caused by nerves or worry. She felt a knot in her stomach. Symbolic. This means representing a bigger idea or meaning. Their run was symbolic of their support for the centre. Paced means to have moved or ran at a steady speed. He paced himself so he would not get tired too quickly. Quirks. Quirks are small, unique habits or traits. His little quirks made everyone smile. Everyone has their own individual quirks. Startled or to be startled means to be suddenly surprised or shocked by something. She was startled by the loud noise. Devastating means to cause great sadness or damage. The news about the cuts was devastating. Foundation. A foundation is a strong base or support for something. Trust was the foundation of their friendship. Funding. Funding is money provided for a project or a service. The centre needed funding to stay open. Gestures. These are movements that show ideas or feelings. You can gesticulate. It's quite hard to say, even for me. He used small gestures to encourage her during the run. So this could be a wave, a point, a thumbs up. They are all gestures. Overwhelming. Overwhelming is a very strong or difficult feeling to manage. The support they received was overwhelming, meaning there was a lot of it. Reliability. That's the quality of being dependable, of being reliable. Her reliability made people trust her because she was reliable. Resolve means firm decision or determination. Their resolve to finish the marathon never faded. Stripped or to strip means to remove something completely. The cuts stripped the centre of vital support. Tempted means wanting to do something even if you shouldn't. You're tempted by it, but it's naughty. For example, a cake. She was tempted to stop running but kept going, meaning she wanted to stop running, probably because she wasn't enjoying it, but she was doing it for her brother. Uplifting means making you feel hopeful or happy. The kind messages were uplifting. Whipped means to have moved sharply, usually because of the wind. The wind whipped across the field. That's in the case of this story. Belonging means the feeling of being accepted and included. The centre gave Liam a sense of belonging. Confidence. Confidence is having the belief in yourself and your own abilities. Training helped them build confidence. Council. The council is a local group that makes community decisions, or it can be the local councillors that run the council, and the government gives these people money to then dish out to the local community. And there are a lot of council cuts at the moment. Council cuts affected the centre badly. Determination. Determination is the strong will to achieve something. Her determination pushed her. Are you determined? Donations. Donations are money or items that are given to help a cause. Donations poured in after they shared their story. Encouragement. Encouragement is support that helps someone feel stronger or braver. He gave her encouragement during the run. Exhausting. If something is exhausting, it means it's very tiring. The final miles of the marathon were exhausting. Facility. A facility is a place that's designed for a specific use. The facility supported children with special needs. Generosity. Generosity is the quality of giving freely and kindly. The community showed great generosity. Marathon. A marathon is a long-running race of 26.2 miles. She trained for months to complete the marathon. Protesting or to protest means to show disagreement or objection for something. Parents were protesting about the planned cuts. Survive. To survive means to continue to exist despite challenges. They hoped the centre would survive the funding cuts. We hope you enjoyed this lovely English story and the vocabulary explanations. Thank you for stopping by. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you'd like to become a lovely English supporter, then find out more in the description box below and join us. See you soon.